Good evening. This is Elder G again. I'm just coming to you, just talking as Ronnie G. You know, the more I sit back and look at the news, the more sad I become. Because people have sold their soul to the devil for a little bit of money and for a little bit of power for a short period of time. They giving up eternity and peace just to feel good about themselves. Just think about how miserable that you must be. That you would take advantage of your sister and your brother just to try to achieve a little bit of satisfaction in your life. Just think about that. You gotta mistreat and abuse your brother and your sister just for you to feel a little bit better about yourself. That's really kind of sad, ain't it? That you gotta put down other people because you think so low about yourself, right? Because that's the very reason you try to build yourself up, right? With a bigger house, with a higher position on the job, with a garage full of cars with gold and diamond around your neck and around your wrist and everything. That's the only way you feel good, right? Because you think so little of yourself. See, in order for you to get to where I am, I don't have nothing. Because all that materialistic stuff, I admit when I was young, I wanted to put rims on my car, and I wanted a nice sound system. I even cut my dashboard and put a TV in the dashboard back in the day, with strobe lights going across the dashboard. But I made my decision before I even became 40, and I already decided which way I was going to go. I asked God to let my two oldest kids get to be grown. So when my last kid got grown, I told God when I'm 40, and when my last kid got grown, I started making my decision to scale my life back. I'm 68 years old. I never bought a house or tried to buy a fancy house. I never did. I bought 2 new cars in my life, but now I don't look at cars the same way. The way I look at cars now is to get me from point A to point B and bring me back. See? The place that I'm broadcasting in right now, see, with the help of some people in the community and the help of my family, then we built this ourselves. I decided that I wasn't going to pay someone 2 or 3 times what I'm doing. I'm not going to pay somebody, overpay somebody, because I don't know how to do something. So I do my own electrical work. Any remodeling, anything that I need to do, I can do it. I do it myself. I do my own cleaning. I do my own washing. I do everything that I do some people help me with it now. But I'm just saying, I don't have to wait or depend on nobody to do it. I don't have debt. I have responsibility now. See, I got Wi-Fi. I got a cell phone. I got a home phone. So it ain't like I don't have some expense, but I'm not in debt. That means I don't have credit cards, and I don't have loans, and I don't have mortgage, and I don't have to pay rent. Those are decisions I made back when I was 40. Or before I got 40. I'm 68 now. See, it takes years. And it takes training. And it takes dedication to get to where you at. See, I was talking to this person, and I was telling the person what I get on Social Security, and she said that the amount I get on Social Security, that wouldn't even pay her mortgage next month. So it was like they was looking down on me because of the amount of money I'm getting compared to the lifestyle that they have. So what I do is I tell them, I say, I got more than you. I said, I got more than you. And they going, you don't even bring in half of the money I bring in. How can you sit there and say, my mortgage is twice what you get every month? How are you gonna say that you richer than me? So I start running the numbers to them. I start running the numbers. I said, let me ask you this. My total outgo and all my responsibility with my Wi-Fi, my car insurance, my life insurance policy, and my cell phone, and all those things, it's light bill, water bill, it's less than $1,000 a month. Okay, so let's run the numbers. In order for me to match up with you, I would have to go out and get a job where I'm making $3,000 a month. But I'm going to show you that you don't have no more than me, right? Matter of fact, I got more than you. See, if I roll over in the morning, I'm the one that decides if I get up or not. Not that I got to go do something. So I said, okay, let's run it down. I said, I don't have no mortgage per month, and you got a $3,000 mortgage. Okay, now I can put that mortgage money that you paying. When I ain't got a job, I could put that $3,000 in my pocket every month with no responsibility. So that's $3,000 a month that I don't even have to work for. And I got it and you don't, because I don't have no mortgage and your mortgage is $3,000. So put that $3,000 over there that I could have put it in my pocket. But you gave it to your bank or your loan company. So you made them rich. Because by the time you pay for the house, they're going to be able to make just as much profit as you made in the interest rate. So that's $3,000 in my bank account that month. If I went out and got a job making just what you want, that $3,000 would have went into my bank account. Okay? You got a nice BMW, you got a Lexus or something, you paying $700 a month for that Lexus, even though you making double the money. You paying $700 for that Lexus. So that's $3,700 a month just for your mortgage and your Lexus. We ain't even got to probably $500 a month on the insurance if you got a bad record. So you owe $4,000 a month with your house. Oh, I forgot about the insurance on your house. So your monthly income is gonna be $4,000 or $5,000. When my monthly income is less than $1,000, that's $4,000 or $5,000 in my bank account every month until eternity, right? So now, who is the rich one, and who is the poor one? And the only reason I'm able to do and talk the way I do, because I don't have to bow the knee to nobody to make sure my rent get paid, or to make sure my car note or my bills being paid. Because I worked up to my retirement, even though it ain't a lot of money, but I brought my responsibility. Starting at the age of 40, I brought my responsibility time down to that my Social Security could take care of it. And I got skills. Like I said, I'm not certified, but I can do my own electrical. I can wire a house. I can put a roof on a house. I can build a house from scratch. But I'm only going to do it if I have to. See, because I want to get up if I want to, not because I have to. I can work 40 hours a week. I'm healthy enough to do it, but I don't want to. But if I had to do it for a temporary time, I would. But see now, I'm working for God. See, I listen to God. I speak truth to power. Right? God has brought me through 68 years. God only promised me 70. I can live to 120, but God only promised 70. I'm only 2 years away. So I need to let people know that believe that if you stick with God, it may take you 25 years. It may take you 30 or 40 years. But whenever you need God, God gonna be right there for you. And that's what it's all about. See, the person that got that $3,000 loan and got that $700 car note and that $400 or $500 car insurance and the insurance on your house, over $5,000 a month, you working like a dog, and all you're gonna do is become old and broke down. But you got to do it God's way. You can't do it your way. See, I wouldn't intend to do it God's way because I was doing wrong and all that just like everybody else. So I wasn't looking for God to call me out. But one day, God called me out. See, you don't have to be looking for nothing, but if God do call you out, you supposed to be ye always ready. You don't know the hour, you don't know the day, you don't know the minute, and you don't know the second. But you know that God could call you out. God could tell you to come up hither. The proof that what's going on in the United States, it proves that that God ain't here. People may have thought that God was here. And there are some people that do believe in God. But the majority of the people, just by what happened in the last election, it proved to me, it was a verification that all the people come out, they want to look out for their children and all that. And you got the federal government, the FBI, the CIA, the Defense Department, Homeland Security. You got all of these people, all these apparatus that's working with the federal government is turned against the Constitution and turn themselves over to vain jangling and forgot all about God. That's what they did. The United States is just going to turn themselves over to Satan. And then you're going to let Donald Trump tear down the People's House. Donald Trump don't own the White House. Donald Trump is our employee. He tearing down the People's House. Thousands and thousands and millions of dollars went into remodeling and doing that part of the White House. And Donald Trump didn't think no more about that White House than he cared about anything else. He tried to make the White House look like Mar-a-Lago. Nebuchadnezzar. That's a felony. What Donald Trump did to the White House, they got a historic organization that tells you what you can do and what you can't do with the White House. And Donald Trump went and tore down the People's House. Just think if somebody came up in your front yard right now and set your house on fire, you'll call the police and you'll have them put in jail. You had Donald Trump demolish half the White House and you ain't said nothing. That White House is a beacon of where we used to be and where we going. All these hundreds of years, all they did was improve the White House a little bit, but kept the character of the White House. People came from all over around the world just to see the White House. To see the seat of the longest running democracy in world history. Pride, respect, honor. That White House was the beacon that was sitting up on the hill. But these prejudiced white folk, because they hate minorities, they willing to tear it down because of hate. The very Constitution that they wrote, that they willing to tear it down when it don't benefit them no more. Ain't that sad? That's weakness. That's some people that know they weak. And the only thing that they can get joy out of is trying to tear up something that somebody else did. What if that was one of those? What if he had took a backhoe to Stone Mountain, where your great journal is carved up there? You would have blew up that whole state. But the seat of democracy in Washington, D.C., you just let them tore it down. That's just letting you know and telling everybody that you don't care nothing about the Constitution. And you don't want the Constitution in the hands of the black and the brown people. That's what you're saying. Let's just be honest. See, when you're a man of God, then you have to tell your sister, your black and brown people, you have to tell your black and brown people the truth. These white people want you gone. They want you gone. by any means necessary. They don't care nothing about you was born here. They don't care nothing about you helped build this country. They just don't want the black and the brown people to rule over them. And the present people is not going to let that happen. Just think how long it's been. 500 years, 600 years when they first came here. Just think about it. Just think about how they fake like they love God. They came here with the Bible in their hand. And look at them now. Blowing people out the water, fishermen out the water on the boat without due process. Snatching people out their car and throwing them in the detention center where people don't even know where they are. Because you're small. That ain't just for white people. That's for those prejudiced black people too. The prejudiced Mexicans and the Asians and the Arabs and the Native Americans and the Jews. You got some prejudiced Jews. Jews is all races. Any race could be a Jew. Judaism is a religion. But I hate to even have to come on the broadcast, but I have to. Church folks and people just believing is sitting back doing nothing. Right? Not everybody, but the majority of the people and the church people is sitting back doing nothing. That's very disturbing. It bothers me. Out of all the years, and I'm listening to all these fake Christian folks. It said that whatever is doing in the dark is eventually coming to the light. All the lies and everything right now is coming to the light. God took the scales off our eyes that we can finally see. It's sad that people lied on God all these years and generations. And people lied on each other all of these generations. They lied on each other. Put in God we trust on their money, knowing that they didn't trust God at all. They deceived people that wanted to believe in God. They broke people's faith by pretending they believe in God when they didn't and misled them. God is fed up with it. God put in my heart that I don't have to hold back. God put in my heart to tell it just like it is. And that's all I'm doing. I'm telling it just like it is. Thank you.